Whew. I've been trying to make this video for probably about like 5 minutes right now, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because evidently there's a news helicopter flying over, probably recording something. So, you know, whatever. Also, I went and got something from Amazon in the last minute in a pinch. It's like strictly for R&D research purposes. It's actually, I'm gonna tell you guys what it is. Actually, it's a turbo blanket. Why? Because I was like, why am I gonna pay like $200 for a turbo blanket where I could probably pay like 40 bucks. I actually paid 40 bucks for this one. It was like, you know, a couple more stars and the reviews were like really, really good. So, ordered me a $40 turbo blanket. I'm probably gonna try that on later in the video. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a status update on the LS Swap Blazer. I know in the last video, I said in my next video that most likely I was probably going to be starting this truck, cranking it over and stuff like that. This video is basically about how wiring is such a freaking nightmare. But all right, that's enough of the rambling because that's always what I always do. I can't stop looking at this thing. This thing looks really, really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and show you guys what's going on and everything like that and point out a couple things I still have to do and a little other things that I still have to do. So let's check it out. So a lot of people are probably going to be asking me, I have not cut off this freaking plow thing yet. That's right, I still have it. All right, so a lot of people were asking me what I was going to be doing about the intercooler. I'm going to straighten up the pipes. You know, I wanted to make it look like a little symmetrical. But anyway, we have the intercooler mounted up front. Now time for the meat and potatoes. It actually looks better in person. It really does. So, also, dun, 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 we got bullhorn, baby. We got bullhorn. It's not a good bullhorn, and it's not a big bullhorn. It's like a calf. I got like a cow horn. Okay. Oh man, I can't stop looking at that turbo. Woo! It's like now that the engine is like kind of coming together, you can kind of really gauge how big this turbo is, especially like when you compare it to like this little funky valve manifold cover that I got on here. That's, I think, backwards. I believe that's backwards. Looks totally different in my truck. I think the humps are on this side. But anyway, the only bolt in the intake was right there. So the one in the back was broke, so I decided to use that one. All right, but anyway, as you can see, we got the vacuum box hooked up. That's getting vacuumed. We got our little makeshift fuel pressure regulator. I'm probably gonna swap that out to like a more of a name brand one later on, but it's kind of like, why? I might just switch it out to a name brand gauge. Why? Because I think a name brand gauge is probably going to read better than this off-brand gauge. I'm going to double check this gauge though to see the reliability of an accurate reading I'm going to get. If it's really reliable, I'm going to leave it there and stuff like that. Probably turn the fuel pressure up to 58. Remember guys, we have 50-pound injectors in here. So 58 PSI with 50-pound injectors with this size turbo. With an unopened block, I'm probably going to be getting 300 horsepower. Yeah, that's going to be the goal. 300 horsepower out of this massive LS swapped Blazer. So, I forgot to take out the secondary spring that's inside our VS race gate. So I'm going to go back inside of there. As you see here, we got a little screamer pipe hanging down, blowing right there on the ground. I wanted to bring the pipe bring the pipe back up here, but I figured that just would be a little bit too much. I don't know, that's something I may do later on. I'm still kind of thinking about that. So yeah, we got a screamer pipe down there. All this exposed wiring is still going to get loomed up, secured, out the way, heat shrinked, all that other good crazy stuff. Yes, that's right, I'm still missing a dipstick. For all you people blowing me up in the messages, even though I haven't mentioned it, probably mentioned it once, but I know I still have not gotten a new dipstick. We got our new fuel pressure rails and stuff in there. We got all the little bulkheads or whatever blocked off. And a couple people were messaging me like, oh dude, you still got that open thing, water's going to be getting down in there. No, because I knew I was still going to be running wiring and stuff like that. Don't worry, I'll close that off soon. And like I said, I knew I was going to be running wiring and stuff like that. Since boost season is coming up, I don't think I need heat yet, so I ran like a little block off, recirculating block off right there. What else? Oh, I know you guys probably seen this in the video. Look, okay, since basically I have 50-pound injectors off a, what were these things off of? What were these injectors off of that I got? It was like a 2012 Silverado 2500. So yeah, I had grabbed, look here, I had grabbed these 50-pound injectors, and they're not gonna work with this wire harness connector right here. So I was thinking about probably just buying an adapter, but I remembered that I had these old pigtails from the G8 that I was gonna use, and then I wound up not using. So really that's gonna be like a little bit of cutting and splicing. So yeah, I'm gonna cut, splice, swap those over, get like a good bass tune going and stuff in there like that. I think I cut a little bit too much out of the fan shroud for this, you know, basically for this pipe to work. If you guys probably look closely, I have dual derail. I really can't pronounce their name. This video is not sponsored, by the way. I have dual electric fans in there. I know you guys are probably wondering, like, wait a minute, this dude go back with a mechanical fan? Why is the fan shroud back on? It gives it like a clean type of look, kind of. It just hides like a whole lot that's exposed, like in the engine bay. So yeah, that's why I wanted to put that back on. Don't worry about all this wiring and stuff like that. This is all gonna get cleaned up. New master cylinder. Man, the crickets in helicopters are just being disrespectful today. Jeez. So yeah, I'm gonna be running new master cylinder. I still have to do the brake lines and stuff like that. I started off doing them. I started, you know, hacking up and getting rid of everything else. I still have to go through the wiring to get the headlights and stuff working. For some odd reason, I don't know why the headlights aren't working, but I'm pretty sure I'm probably just overlooking something because I'm not really focused on that right now. I just know that they're not working. We got our junction block hooked up. We got a quick little ground right there. Like most of the stuff that you see here that's sloppily thrown together, it's all going to get moved, relocated, really loomed up and hidden and stuff like that. I mean, it's a street truck. It's not a SEMA truck. It's a street truck. I just want to go out there and race my street truck on the track, or probably in Mexico. Yeah, Mexico. All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. No. We gotta get to this little Amazon package. Let me open this up. Yeah. Let's see here. What do we got here? We got a Minjang. Let me stop, because I probably said a whole lot of bad words right now. Yeah, this is made in Chima. It's made in Chima. All right, so you can see this is for a T4, T40, blah, 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 G45. The good thing is it's come with the good locking springs, hopefully. Hopefully they're the exact same heavy duty springs I seen in the picture. All right, let me try this on. Damn, son. It's got like a little carbon fiber look to it too. I really like that. I didn't really notice that in the details, probably because I was too busy looking at the pictures. For some odd reason, this reminds me of like an aviator helmet. You know what I mean? Like one of them things that the pilots used to wear back then. All right, so this side, this goes this way, this goes this way. And what really, man, I still have to fix, you guys take a look here. I'm gonna have to do something with, this oil cap, because that is definitely not going to work. I'm probably gonna, I used to be able to get this thing in and out, but I don't know what happened. Now I can't get it out at all. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to customize this oil cap. That way it's nice and flat and flush. Who knows? I may just, like the same way that you fill up your trans, it's probably gonna be the same way that I add oil to the engine. I'm probably just gonna do it through the dipstick. So let me get this thing on here as like a little trial. Oh, and I'm gonna be wrapping the pipes too, because I don't want that much heat soak up under the engine bay, because I want to bring down the IATs and I want to keep basically all that hot air from out of the engine bay. Yeah, this is looking pretty stout, if I do say so myself. Looks pretty good. Got like a little bit of a fuzz ball. Let me stop. It's rule number 1 with working with like fiberglass products. Don't touch it, don't tear it, don't mess with the fabric. So next thing you know, it'll be itching like Pookie from New Jack City, or it'll be itching like Smokey from Friday, just wigging out somewhere. So yeah, if I do say so myself, that's a pretty good fit. And here are the springs. The springs look very, very sturdy. They really do. If not, I'll probably just get better springs. Okay, so now we got a turbo blanket, blah 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 and blah blah blah, and even though that actually 35% of that actually comes from the turbo, but we don't have a race turbo housing. Oh, come look on the inside, man. Amazon has been here faithfully. Okay, so let's see. The drive shaft. Yes, the drive shaft. That's the same drive shaft from the G8, just in case you guys probably didn't know. I still have to take that over to the drive shaft shop and get that shortened, balanced, and looking pretty good. I know you guys are probably going to ask, like, dude, what's up with these? So I'm telling you guys early on in the video before I probably forget, skip over it 6 videos later. This is actually the vents. You guys probably didn't know, on these OBSs, there's like a little heat vent right there. So just in case I probably decided to hook the heat back up, I at least want to have some type of circulation on this side. I don't know, I may keep it, I may not. I may just wind up going and put a gauge in there too. The headlight switches, the interior light switches, dome lights, stuff like that, that's all gonna go down here. And don't worry, I will still secure this, maybe. Yeah, so ignition switch, boom, we're gonna fire that back up. And this one is kind of weird because it has like a 3-wire. We never count the ground wire, we just don't. Okay, get over it. We got a 3-wire. I'm thinking, do I want to hook this up to a relay, or should I just run this straight down to the starter? Because most of the time when you hook up a race ignition, and I did a comparison, like a little poll online. Mosquitoes. I did a little poll online too. I was like checking out some other YouTube videos and stuff like that. About 19 out of 20 people did not use a relay when they went to install basically their push button switch for like their LS swap or whatever like that. They always had the switch, wired it up, sent the wire right down to the starter. In my professional opinion, I don't think that amperage current is really that good, because I've seen a couple cars burn to the ground off of stuff like that. Like mine too, burnt to the ground, but it wasn't because of that. It like you should always like use a relay, use fuses, use relays and stuff like that. You really don't want that switch to basically get all that juice and then try to send that thing to a starter, which is going to require more juice, because over time you're just going to be burning up that wire. Next thing you know, that wire is going to be exposed, and one day you're going to go out there, you're going to start your hot rod, you're going to be cruising, and then next thing you know, you're gonna be shooting flames from the wrong pipe. So yeah, that's what I gotta do. Yep, that's what I gotta do there. All that stuff is gonna be getting tucked up. Like I said, I'm still doing a lot of wiring. I've yet to get a shifter. So if anybody out there wants to sponsor me for a shifter, I'm definitely down. Or you guys can buy more t-shirts. Hoodie season is coming. So anyway, I got the 3-wire. I'm gonna have to wire all that stuff up. So what am I actually waiting for? All right, so what am I actually waiting for? I don't know. Maybe because I'm just juicing these videos for more content, because I've basically been busy with the kids and baby boy. So most of the time when I'm able to wrench on this thing, it's like 6 o'clock and no one really wants to hear all that noise that late in the day. So what I have to do is remaining on the checklist. Fuel cell is plumbed up. I gotta get fuel. I gotta swap over the connectors on the injectors, and I gotta run the freaking wire down to the starter and wire up a relay. So in a sense, I really have like an hour's worth of work left over before I actually fire up this thing. Oh yeah, put a bass tune in it, but that's like click. Yeah, put some oil in it. I got like 40 quarts of oil in the house. Yeah, no garage, it's in the house. I'll top it off with some coolant, oil, double check the plugs, and I probably got like 2 hours worth of work left on this truck before I can actually turn the key and fire it up. But anyway, boost season is coming. Hoodies and very thick t-shirts are going to be coming back to our merch store. So guys, definitely go and get yours. We will be having a sale in about a week. So if you want to hang off for like a week, we'll greatly appreciate it. Buy the t-shirts, buy the merch. Why? Because I need a shifter and a racing seat, and basically all the proceeds from the merch goes right back into the truck. I'm not out like buying Lamborghinis and stuff like that. Like everything goes right back into the build. And big shout out to each and every one of you guys who have bought merch. I really appreciate it. I love it. I'm just swatting mosquitoes. Ugh. That's all. But again, thank you guys so much for the love and the support. Hopefully in the next video we will be firing this thing up, and that's basically it. I don't even know what to title this video. Like, what do I title it? Turbo gets a blanket? I don't know. All right, so I'm out. Let me go edit this video. Let me go post it, and let me go browse through YouTube to see who I can probably race when I get this thing ready.